But that's okay.
Passport,
Yeah,
ID,
passport,
everything.
yeah.
Driver's license.
Let's go. It's wow. Druid versus Shaman. At least no handlock versus versus Rogue.
Miracle Rogue.
So that's the first matchup we haven't seen so far. I'm not surprised to see Thijs's.
And sorry, didn't
Yeah.
want to interrupt you.
No, nothing happened. I'm not surprised to see Thijs's Druid. I wanted to say he likes to play it a lot.
Yeah, we saw Mark of the Wild, so you can expect a Black Knight in there to go for the combo, 8 mana combo, of course. Mark of the Wild, Black Knight, just kill a minion, boom.
And Spo plays the mid-rangey Shaman with Yetis and Harvest Golems like Portex before him. For Portex, it didn't work out so well, even though he had a good draw. Both players have an interesting draw. We see Harvest Golem Yeti, we see Harvest Golem Keeper, Raz, Azure Drake. For
Throws
Thijs,
away the Yeti.
well, he wants to have one drop. For example, Argent Square, then Totem, then Harvest Golem, then Flame Tongue. Well, Flame Tongue he's dropping also. But you really don't want to start with the Yeti if you, in theory, have so low cost cards just waiting to get played. You could also go Harvest Golem, Coin Harvest, well, he doesn't have, but Harvest Golem, and then your Fairy Spirits.
And also a reason why he's not... Oh, nice redraw from Spo. So he has a couple of plays. But also a reason why he might consider dropping the Yeti. If he plays a Fairy Spirits turn 3, he's overloaded for turn 4 regardless.
Exactly.
And turn 5, you would lose a mana if you just play the Yeti.
Yep, I agree with you there. Absolutely. Coin for Thijs is here the advantage. He can throw out his Harvest Golem first and then just harass your enemy. There's also the Flame Tank Totem, so Spo is just getting back what he dropped. Big question, Unbound or Harvest? Both are good. The Unbound Elemental cannot get rest.
I would still go for Harvest, because I have nothing to buff my Unbound right now. And you can play it at a later stage together with a Lightning Bolt, for example, or with Feral Spirits to immediately buff it up to make it swipe-proof.
Yeah, that's correct. I absolutely agree with you there. Coin Harvest Golem is here, and that's going to kill the Taunt Totem. But the good thing, there is actually a Taunt Totem. That's really helpful. Spo really wants to get an Overload card. I mean, you got your Unbound Elemental, but that's it.
Overload.
Yeah, no Overload. You could, well, you play Unbound or Harvest, and then next turn follow up with your Yeti. We might see turn 3. What could there be? Turn 3? Is there going to be the Raz?
Yeah, it's gonna be
Well,
Raz.
now with 2 Raz, yeah, it's going to be the Raz. Would you go for maybe the 1 damage Raz to just bring him down to 2/2, kill him next turn, or definitely kill that minion?
Definitely kill that minion, because if there is a Defender of Argus play incoming, we know it's going to happen, but you have to consider it when you play against it. You would lose your Golem, and he would like still have his 2/1. So
Yep.
definitely go for the rest.
There's a Yeti, I would say, coming. If he has a Lightning Bolt, that's a Lightning Bolt. More or less, he can
You
only...
would go for Yeti?
If you go for Argus, you wasted your Argus, and you
True.
want to use Argus always for 2 minions, and that's just
No,
my reason.
There's another option. Just check for a totem. Go Flame Tongue. It is risky, because you depend on getting a taunt. If you get a taunt, it's jackpot.
The main problem is there was 1 Raz, yes. Turn 4 is incoming, so look out for Keeper of the Grove. Your Flame Tongue might get silenced, or a second Raz, as we see in Thijs' hand. So you would lose your Flame Tongue. I see why the play is cool if you get the Taunt Totem, but if you lose your Flame Tongue Totem so early, I rather use my Flame Tongue Totem for running a Yeti in a 4/6L, like in the Druid of the Claw value. But in this case, it's slightly too risky. You can't just drop the Yeti. Yes, you might lose your 2/1, or you're obviously going to lose your 2/1, but still, it feels like the safer play.
So Vraz hero ability incoming. Just trade. Have a 2/1 on the board and draw a card. No, don't draw a card, of course.
Yeah, he can kill the Yeti now, as you say. Run in his Harvest Golem, kill the 2/1. And the good thing about this is, as a Shaman, you only have for 1 damage, Earthshock, and then it's followed up by Rockbiter, Lightning Bolt, and you're not
Fire
going
Elemental,
to lose. Yeah,
not on turn 5, but just like, yeah.
not going to use it for a 2/1 minion. And that's what I like about the play. You just kill his board, and you oppose him with a 2/1 minion, and he's screwed.
And it's annoying for him to summon a totem, because he knows, well, totem is gone regardless.
He could just drop the Yeti Aldo. And the good thing is his 2/3 will survive, and then enemy runs his Yeti in, and then next turn he can Raz. That's why the Yeti play is some mind game behind it. If there's an Earthshock coming now, then you're screwed, and I agree. But still, I say that play is good. Turn 5, worst case scenario. Well, worst case scenario, Defender of Argus, just kill your enemies, Yeti.
I think he could
Go for a Doomhammer. And just kill the Harvest Golem twice. Go for the face.
then he's overloaded. And he wants to play the Doomhammer after he played his Unbound Elemental, so
Yep.
I disagree with that play. Potential play, go for Unbound, put a Flame Tongue in between, kill the Yeti. Of course, your Flame Tongue totem is vulnerable, but you also draw attention to the totem, and then you can play your Doomhammer and actually buff up your Unbound Elemental and get the weapon out.
See that play too. Again, I'm just saying, if there is Keeper of the Grove plus the Harvest Golem, that's annoying. He can just 2 damage you, kill your Unbound, then it's gone. And yeah, I would maybe, even if you go for Argus, like
If he does that, your totem, your Yeti is gonna survive.
Yeti's gonna survive. Yeah,
so,
if he's
so
not.
that's like, he has 2 big threats on the board right now. Flame Tongue and Yeti. Unbound is like the hidden, the concealed threat, I want to say.
Well, he could still kill both if he's willing to take 6 damage in the face. Though or not even 6, so he could 4 damage in the face. He might Raz the left one, attack the right one, and then just hero ability up. If he does it, yeah, if he Razes the left one, kills it, and kills the right one, there's only the Flame Tongue totem left.
Still Flame Tongue left.
That's
With Defender of Argus.
yeah, that's sad. He has a silence. That's a good thing. So why would I do that move? Because I have a silence. I can silence the totem if I need to. And you kill everything. Like, you kill the Unbound. As you say, that's a threat. You need to deal with it now or never. So rooting for killing it. If he harasses the right one, he can kill the Flame Tongue totem, but he cannot kill the Unbound Elemental. And I think that wasn't necessary at all. You have enough cards. You have good cards. You got a turn 6 play. You got a turn 7 play. You got a turn 8 play. You really didn't need to draw another card, and I would rather have used it to deal more damage than to draw a card.
It's always so tempting when you see a 6/1 minion and have a Raz on your hand to get additional cards, but as you already mentioned, it was unnecessary. And now we see the play that I said, he got the Doomhammer out, which is a lot of damage. He clears the minion with the 2 strikes and has a potent board. Big weapon, 3/5 Unbound, and a 1/1 Argent Squire.
Not only is 3/5 Unbound, you're saying it. There's a Defender of Argus potentially next turn. It is just going to make him a bigger minion. He can get silenced now. The problem is you cannot Argent Commander him since he's 3/5. You could Azure Drake, but there's no value from it.
No.
You rather silence it than anything else. Like, maybe silence it. You could consider dropping your Selness for the card draw.
I would really wait for Selness Swipe to clear a lot of the board, because when the shaman gets rolling with all those totem, you want the 2 damage swipe.
Yep.
I think Keeper, silence, use your hero ability, get rid of the Divine Shield, and then end your turn.
Yeah, I see, and I agree. Especially if you go for Selness Swipe next turn, if you draw one, then you actually have the... Well, there's maybe a taunted up Argent Squire, but it has no Divine Shield, so you can kill it with a power swipe. And that's why I agree with your play, and I think that's the best thing to do. He can Azure Drake for the card draw, for the milling, to actually go for a swipe.
Oh, it's like... It's gonna die next turn. We know Defender of Argus, he's gonna run in his Argent Squire attack once with his weapon. I would still go for a Defender here.
A Defender Rockbiter.
Take 4 damage, because you know there's not a giant burst of 20 whatever damage coming. The biggest burst you will receive is 14 damage from the Force of Nature raw combo if you don't have taunts, and Shaman almost always has taunts.
Yeah, I wouldn't attack with my 4... Like, if you taunt him up, I wouldn't attack with my 4/6 into the 4/4. That just feels... Yeah, it feels sad. If he has a Keeper of the Grove again, you're just freaking screwed. And that's why I disagree. with that play. It still looks awesome for Spo, but now there's just the potential of getting Keeper. I would Keeper and go for Harvest Golem. Two strong minions.
I think like I didn't understand why he could have just popped the Divine Shield instead, like Divine Shield and tank 4 damage, you know, and have a healthy unbound elemental.
Okay, yeah, I know what you mean. Like attack with the Divine Shield, get 2 damage. That was not was just unnecessary to get his unbound elemental down.
Wait. How much damage does he have? He has 4.
He has 10 plus. He has 14, 17, plus 4. Yeah, 21 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 4.
He's just counting it again. That's 10 plus 4 plus 3
21.
plus 4. Yeah, 21. That was like really sick for him in the end. And Spo gets melted. Spo gets melted. Thijs gets melted here. I think Thijs could have played it a bit different. Still, he played it good. His draw.
He did.
His draw wasn't so perfect. Loses here in the end. Really good, well played by Spo, and just gonna finish perfectly. Doomhammer is a crazy weapon, and whoa, Thijs loses with his so beloved Druid, and that's gone. What is he going to do against the Shaman now? Shaman is so versatile. Sometimes you cannot stop it at all.
Go Shaman now.
If I remember correctly, he lost his first game against Kaldi, and then won 2 games with his handlock. I assume handlock is what he's gonna pick here, most confident, and oh, maybe he wins, maybe not, or it's just his Shaman.
We'll find out. Jump right into the game, and we see you were actually correct. It is the handlock, but you know, against the Shaman could be a quick game, because if he gets the Earthshocks against the Twilight Drakes, it's rough for Thijs. We will see Thijs' hand in a second, and we see a Mountain Giant and a Twilight Drake plus the Sunfury Protector. That's a good starting hand, but he is turn 1, so no coin.
Spo's hand is good on the other hand too. He already has a Hex, double defense of Argus, that sucks, doesn't need it. He has a Hex, this is good. This is gonna pay out well for him. He needs the Earthshock. It's really important to get the Earthshock, especially as we see Twilight Drake. Argent Squire is not bad, you wanna have it out turn 1. He has the Unbound and Fur Spirits. Really good hand for Spo.
There's the Soulfire, double Soulfire. That's
Useless.
definitely not what Thijs wanted.
Double
Oh,
Mountain Giant.
That's good.
That's good. And the Twilight Drake. He might get in trouble when he plays Twilight Drake and wants to Soulfire stuff. That might hurt him a lot. There is the Unbound, and he wants to kill the Unbound kind of fast.
Yeah, he does. But you can't Soulfire now.
No, you cannot. You need to drop. Well, even if you drop your Twilight Drake, you still cannot Soulfire. Or you Mountain Giant, you cannot Soulfire.
Well, he needs what he has on his hand.
That will just hurt a lot.
When we see the Feral Spirits, most likely, yep. Oh, 3 damage, 4 damage
That's
incoming.
a really good board, and you cannot Soulfire anymore. We're not surprised. And there's the Hex.
He wants to Shadow Flame, I guess.
But there's not going to be the time to Shadow Flame. He's going to deny him even a flame. He could just Flame Tongue Totem to get rid of the Giant. If he drops the Flame Tongue. Yeah.
Yeah, he can trade one of his wolves.
He needs to trade both.
What?
Yeah. Oh, he's not doing
Yeah, I was missing. I thought he was on 3 mana. Well,
but
then he would have hexed.
he deals 6
with
damage.
Lightning Bolt. Yeah.
And next turn he can deal 8. He can deal 11 damage next turn. Yeah, 6, 8, 11 damage. Exactly. There might be a Mountain Giant coming, or Twilight Drake, but those minions will just get hexed. He needs to Soulfire. He needs to kill that Flame Tongue Totem, or he's screwed. He's taking so much damage.
He really doesn't want to take the risk.
He wants to life tap, Mountain Giant, Soulfire.
What about Mountain Giant?
Soulfire.
Soulfire the Unbound, and then hope that you keep your Mortal Coil it away.
Or Mortal Coil it first to go super safe mode. In this situation, with 15 HP left on turn 5, you kind of need to go the safe road.
I agree.
A
Oh,
second
wow.
Silver gone.
That's good. Well, it could be better. He could have also went for super safe mode and killed the totem. But I think like the reason why I wouldn't play the Mortal Coil, I want the draw first of all to get my Molten Giants. Second, I want Earthen Ring Farseers now.
Yeah, you want Earthen Ring Farseers now. I agree with you there. They would help a lot. He hexes the giant and gets a kill, and there's 6 damage on your enemy's board. You might have the Molten Giants, 2 of them. 6 damage on your enemy's board, plus Lightning Bolt, 9 damage.
Go Twilight Sunfury.
Go Twilight Sunfury. Yeah, you're not going for Molten. You want to draw, take more damage. But Twilight Sunfury, that could turn out so unlucky for you. He's down to 13. What can Spo do here?
Risky.
What's Spo redrawing? He gets a Rock Biter. That's 12. That's enough.
That's well.
That's 13.
That's even more.
If he plays, no, he has to play the Argus left or right of the totem or the Argent Square, and he can do exactly 13 damage.
Yeah.
If he plays it in between, that screws off over his whole play. Yeah, I want to say it at least once a cast. He's gonna do a point landing here. He gets off his 13 damage. That was a perfect top deck in the end. Well played by Spo. He just melted Thijs here in this second game.
Payback time.
And that was